Hi everyone, I decided to do my slideshow on film in Southern California for this discussion board. So the media, and specifically film is what I'm talking about, depended on the different electronical and technological devices and inventions and creations that were made specifically here in California. So unlike last week's topic and opinion, I feel like California itself was really a birthing of a lot of different genres and a lot of different creativity, specifically in the movie scene versus anywhere else in the United States. And the first studio was the Selig Company in 1909, and in the winter of 1907 and 1908, Thomas Person came to LA from the East Coast. So instead of wasting time, resources, and money because the weather was not good during the winter, he came over to LA and started filming outdoor scenes during the winter. And that really brought about new genres and things like that, such as The Summer in 1912, where the Keystone comedies started. And that was just another series of movies and a different genre that people were really getting into. And all these movies that people were starting to see were depicting the quote-unquote city of oranges, the sunshine all the time, a glamorous side of Southern California that before movies other people weren't really able to see unless they came to witness it for themselves. And this also started what I feel is the second manifestation of striking it rich and being able to make it from the gold rush to now, because now people are able to have dreams of being a big movie star and a big actor, actress based off of this. And so the rush of people coming in, the development of the movies started to actually industrialize. So in the 1920s, this was recognized to its fullest potential. There was a full workforce behind it. You could have solid jobs in the movie career path, whether it was producing, directing, helping with the stage set, acting. This was really a live workforce in California, and this is something that never slowed down. There were big name companies that came about in the 20s and 30s, such as Fox, Warner Bros., Paramount, Universal, movie companies that we're still seeing to this day that are big names. And I feel like at this point in time, the different films that we're seeing here, you see the Hollywoodland sign come up. This is really just a dreamy place for people to come and try to strike it big with the movie industry. And when it comes to filming, there was also the different picturesque landscapes that California had that a lot of painters and stuff were coming to depict and show to the rest of the world. But then the frontier is something that inspired authors to write old westerns, and then the creation of western-styled movies that was also really a big hit for people. And then the immigration that happened with the Nazis and Germany and people fleeing from Europe to escape arrived in California, and they also brought their influence and their style to the current movies, and it became more of an international film industry. And this was just something that spurred on that creativity, the different styles of movies, the different genres even more in California. And in our book, we see the film noir of the late 1940s was inspired by a new genre of writing, namely the hard-boiled detective stories. So now we're seeing a play where authors and directors are bouncing off of each other, where we're finding new genres in writing, and that coincides with new movies that are out, different features. We're seeing movies about, the California and how it was before. We're seeing detective movies, comedies. We're seeing movies about the everyday working American, different things like that, that people are able to not only just watch, but really relate to. And then we're also seeing that books are being turned into movies. Specifically, Grapes of Wrath was one of the first major American novels to be written as a movie script. So I feel like California was really the powerhouse, and still is, honestly, the place where a lot of huge movies are coming out of. It's where everything started. It's like the epicenter of an earthquake, and we are seeing the different genres, the different directors, the different movies that are created really sent out that ripple and that wave effect to other places, and really set the example and set the pace for these movies. And it's something that we're still seeing in Hollywood today. And last but not least, citing our California, a history book.